guess, do you guys have any questions for me?
Yes. We'll be starting that soon. As soon as Rahul starts the stream, then I'll go on with the questions and then you can answer it one by one. Yes, Rahul. Okay. Okay. So, hello, Sora. First of all, like we are in IST, so good morning. And according to your time zone, it would be like evening or night, somewhat. So, I would first like to introduce yourself. So, kindly introduce yourself.
Hey, sorry, you kind of cut out there. Could you
Hello.
repeat that? Okay.
Okay. So, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. So my actual name is Tram, which is what I'm using in my account, but the display name I usually go whenever I do any kind of hacking is Sora. I'm currently ranked 3 on the leaderboards. If you've been on the MLH Discord, I think I sent before I sent like a giant box full of MLH merch that was like I think I won like in like October and November. I think I won a total of like 13 hackathons. So I sent me like a giant box full. Like I have more shirts than I ever am going to wear. Like I think I have 20 MLH shirts and I don't know what to do with them.
Oh my God. 20 MLH shirts, like with 10 more, which I guess you'll soon have. You can just wear one by one shirt each and every day of the month.
Pretty much,
Okay,
because
so
I have like that's just MLH shirts, and then I have the Capital One shirts, and then there's also Cockroach DB shirts and Radar.io shirts too. So every time you submit a project to any hackathon, you will get an MLH shirt. But if you also submit a project that uses some of the like partner APIs, for example, Cockroach DB, Twilio, Google, like Radar.io, sometimes they give you a shirt too.
yeah. Okay, so that was really a good introduction. So, like moving forward, as you mentioned that yours rank was 3 worldwide in the MLH local hack day 3.
Excuse me, Sugam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shora, if possible, can you please open up the video?
I guess because it's kind because my room because like my house is kind of messy. That's why I kind of
No,
don't want
that's
to.
not the problem. You can.
Yeah, and also like I usually like try to avoid being on camera because I'm kind of camera shy.
No. So that is the thing, na. By this meet, you won't be camera shy. Like after the end of this meet.
I hope not.
No. Like, see, na, if if the people from MLH call and if they say like we want to showcase the top 3 hackers on our live stream, so what? I don't think so that you're gonna say that. Okay, sorry, I cannot come. I'm camera shy.
Yeah, that's actually partially why I've actually been avoiding like participating in any of the challenges that are like event where like it's live stream I'm like because I'm always worried about someone asking me to go on camera. I'm like, no.
Uh,
I think part of it's
no,
because
that's
I'm really paranoid. I guess you guys probably understand this, but these days the new currency in the new world, it's not money, it's not US dollars, it's not Bitcoin. The new currency is actually personal information. So I don't know if you guys even tried searching for me on like Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. I don't use Instagram. I don't use Twitter. I only exist on LinkedIn and Discord. So I'm actually really paranoid because, like I said, the new currency in today's world is data, personal data, and I try to avoid putting myself on the internet because you can never know when your data is going to be used against you.
It's great. It's great.
okay.
Yeah.
So we got, yeah,
Like
thinking about
private.
your
Like,
privacy this much.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of creepy sometimes. Like you're like searching on Google for something, and then 3 seconds later, you're on Facebook, and then they're like, "There's an ad for the exact same thing you searched for." Or sometimes it feels really creepy when you're just talking with your friend, not on your phone, let's say about getting a new car, and then 3 seconds later you open Google and they're talking about car mortgages in the ad section.
Exactly. This happens with me too. Like I was talking about headphones on my with my one of my friend, and after making a couple of searches, what I see is the Google started showing me headphone ads. So I totally get it that these Google guys are critics. Like they're truly listening to our voice calls and making their search engines to respond to what we are talking about. So okay, so moving forward, I would like to ask that what are the different or extra things which you do? Because like if I say about myself, my day 4 score was 48 while your score was 80. So what are the extra things which you have done in the day 4 task which gave you extra points for your tasks?
So, believe it or not, I've actually been to every single live event that MLH has hosted. And here's like an actual trick. They run an API. They don't actually check if you're in the Twitch stream or not. They run an API to scan on the MLH.io like webpage. You can check in about an hour, exactly 1 hour before the event starts. As long as you're checked in, you don't even need to show up in the stream. You can still get your points. So, for example, there's an event. For example, there should be an event coming up at in like one and a half, like 1.5 hours. So it will be like 1:30 a.m. EST for me, or it's 12 p.m. IST for you guys. It's the cup stacking. I'm not probably going to like stay up and actually like attend the event, but I can check in about exactly 1 hour before the event starts. And if you're checked in, you're gonna get your points. So just remember to check in. Like I said, you don't even need to attend it. Just check in, and you're gonna get your points. So I actually have technically checked into every single event that was live.
Okay,
Um,
so that is great. That is great. So I guess everyone should note it. 1 hour before the event starts, just check in. You don't need to be on the MLH event. Nice point. Okay, so next you were saying something.
yeah, I was saying is that do all of your daily challenges. Like I've not missed a single daily challenge. I've done every single daily challenge. Um, to do all your daily challenge in like a day, there are two things you can do. Number one, don't overcomplicate it because, for example, the encrypt your password um, one, um, a lot of people were doing some fancy stuff with it. I wrote 3 lines of code and I submitted it, and that was fine. Um, I basically used Pascal, the really old programming language, and to like encrypt my passcode. There's literally a plugin you can use for Pascal that encrypts a string, and that was it. So you just had to download the package, install it, write the code. It was like 3 lines and submit, and that was fine. You don't have to, you know, they even said it in the chat. You don't have to, write your own cipher or whatnot. You can just use a pre-made package. It should be really short. Or for example, the random number generator. A lot of people were using a lot of fancy math formulas, like really complex things to make that project. I also just like wrote like 4 lines. I just used non-recurring math constants, specifically pi and e, and I just extracted like the 10th, 20th, 30th digit of pi and e, and then that was my random number generator. So like if you want to finish your projects in time, like and make it in time for a day, don't overcomplicate it. Like what is the most simplest way you can do the project, fill the criteria, but not take like 4 hours to do a single project.
Yeah,
And number
so
two,
don't make the project too long. Just make it short and script, and just keep that in mind that the project fulfills the requirements.
yeah, because they're not number one, they're not going to check whether you're actually one of my projects actually had a giant bug in it that I didn't catch until after I submitted it. They don't even check your project whether or not they're even running. They just literally check on dev post if you've submitted something. You can submit like a random GitHub from some random person and they'll still give you credit, like points actually. They run a
Uh,
screener. is really
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, that is the thing, cause the number of hackers, like I guess 2,300 hackers are attending this local hack day, so they are not going to check each and every person's product, but at least what you guys can do is just create a project which fulfills the requirement and just upload its GitHub link. So which at least do the thing. Like if the project is random number generator, like she said that you can use a pi number and then extract the nth or 20 digit, cause the number of pi is not defined, so you can just do something like that and then upload the project.
Yeah, something really short and simple. And secondly, definitely form teams. Like for me, like some like for example, day three, there were so many challenges I couldn't finish them all. So I split up the work. So I got a teammate and I did like we kind of split the challenges in half, but we worked it so I did half, my teammate did half, but we put each other's names on all of our projects. So even though we only did half of the work that day, both of us got full points for the whole day. So form
Okay, so
teams.
basically
I
you
think
just okay.
I
Yes,
was gonna
yes, go
say the
ahead.
recommended. So technically, they don't put a limit on how big the team can be. Like you actually can just submit a project with 10 people in a project, which isn't a problem. But I guess technically, it's MLH usually wants team of five or less. So I guess try to limit to five. But even if you put 10 people in there, they're not really gonna check.
Yeah, exactly. And just want to make clear that you get your team members, you put your team members name on the dev post submission only.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is no need to mention it anywhere else. Nah.
Yeah, and it's yeah, like
Okay.
I said, just definitely split up the work. If it's
Hmm.
too much for one person, because a lot of these challenges are too much to do, for one person to do in one day. Find a friend, have them do. If there's 10 challenges, you do five, your friend does five, submit all 10 with each other as teammates. Now both of you have 10 points.
Yeah, so teamwork. Hmm. Okay. Cool. So this was the talk about daily challenges. So what are your views and how do you perform the weekly challenges? Like which are the long ones?
When I do any of the challenges, I'm thinking, okay, is there any two challenges, three challenges I can put together. For example, back when we had the tic tac toe daily challenge, well,
Yes.
tic tac toe is actually a game. So when I submitted my tic tac toe project, I also submitted it as a game simulator, and that was fine because technically it is a game simulator. You're simulating tic tac toe on. So I made an Android app, so I'm simulating tic tac toe on Android. So that was a game. So I already finished that. Um, when we had the to-do list yesterday, I also submitted that as a New Year's resolution because having a to-do list is kind of like having a list of things you want to achieve in 2021, which is your New Year's resolution, and you can just tick it as you finish it. So helping you keeping track of your New Year's resolution and how many of you finish. So think about how many projects you can put together and in like how many challenges you can put in one project and submit it. For example, for the medical and financial hack, I'm going to put those two together actually. So I'm actually planning for the medical financial hack. I'm going to make like an Android app that helps you search for like prices of different drugs. Let's say I want to look up the price of Tylenol. It'll show me, you know, where I can buy Tylenol and what are the prices at a different store. So that will do both financial hack, medical hack, and also web scraping because we're web scraping for data. So drug name and price. So that's like 3 week-long challenges by doing one project.
Okay, so this is a nice thing which you have pointed. So like एक तीर से दो निशाने, we there's this Hindi saying which means like one bow and two arrows. So like doing one project in which your one weekly or one what we say daily challenge gets completed, and then other weekly challenges too.
Yeah. Pretty much try as best you can to combine the challenges together so that you can submit many things with one project only. It saves you time.
Yeah, and with weekly challenges, like you can also make a demo video of what your project is doing.
Shubham, I think your internet connection is somewhat weak. Please check. Shubham?
I think mine have dropped out.
Nope, it's Shubham's internet connection, which is.
Okay, so Sora, he
Yeah.
is asking that which of the weekly challenges you had made a demo video and submitted, because there are some extra points for demo video, like 10 points, I think.
Yeah, it's 10 points per demo video. I've only submitted the weeklies. I actually didn't make the demo videos yet for them because technically they're not due until the end of the hackathon. So I just, made a submission for the weekly one and I haven't actually submitted any of the demo videos yet. So I actually need to make the demo videos for all my projects. So I'm actually missing quite a few points for all the demo videos, which is 10 points per video. So that would be one, two, three, four, five. I'd say like I'm missing like 6 or 7 demo videos. That's like a lot of points.
Okay, so but they are still editable. So you are willing to add demo videos till the last date or no?
Yeah, I'm still waiting to because I kind of just want to finish coding all my projects and then make the demo video because demo videos are really quick to make. It's like open the app because I mostly do Android coding, so it's just open the app, record the screen, use the app. That's it. So I've been more focused on just coding and getting it done because on the weekend, I'm attending a partnered member like a member partner hackathon thing. So I won't have a lot of time to actually do the weekly challenges on the weekend. So that's why I'm trying to finish all the weekly challenges before the weekend starts.
Okay, nice. So, and do you think your time zone greatly favors you because you are so much active, like working 24 into 7 into workshops and then all the projects of daily challenges, weekly challenges?
Not necessarily. Like I don't think I'm working like 24/7. Like I'm still getting my usual amount of sleep, which is like actually like 9 hours right now of sleep every day. Um, it's just I've slightly adjusted my sleeping schedule to make it so that I can always check into all of the events. Because if you notice the schedule of the events, um, if you minus an hour for check-in time, I basically go to bed at around I'd say 2 a.m. because the latest event is usually at 3 a.m. my time, and then I wake up at like I'd say like 11, which is just in time. If I didn't finish a challenge, I can do it really quick and then just check out the new day.
Okay, so Subham, you can continue.
Okay, so what did I miss? Firstly, what questions you were discussing?
He just explains one more question and the question you asked.
Dev post submission, I guess. Like you get extra points for submitting a demo video on dev post
Yes, yes,
of one of the weekly challenges.
yes.
Okay, so do anybody have other questions for Sora or the live stream has any questions? Rahul, Dheeraj.
Okay, so Sora, you said that you had completed all the daily challenges, but some you are ranked three. So, what do you think that others are on
Better
rank
it
one
like
and
what?
two?
Yes, yes. What are the rank one and rank two are doing to so that they reach at the top? Like currently, I think their scoring is uh, okay. First rank is 89 points. That is
89.
9 points
Yes.
ahead.
I think you cut out for a while there because I was hearing static.
Okay, no problem. I'll repeat the question. Like there was this question from Dheeraj that like you have two hackers above you, that is rank 1 and rank 2. So what do you think are the extra activities or the things which they do to earn more points? Like the first hacker has 9 points and second hacker is 4 points after you.
Yeah. So I think for sure, like that's I because I was looking at the difference, like what did the first and second rank do that I didn't do. Um, the first and second rank was really active on social media. I don't use social media a lot, so that's going to be a big thing that I need to
Yes,
catch up
yes,
on. I
yes.
might just make like a quick Twitter account and start tweeting like crazy. But yeah. Um, Also, probably after I submit like all my demo videos for all my projects, that would definitely help because each demo video is 10 points, and I've submitted a lot of projects on DevPost. So if I add demo video to each of them, that should be quite a few points.
Yeah. So okay, so demo videos to weekly challenges. Cool.
Yeah, and
And
definitely be active on the socials and attend every single event that I can.
yeah, that are some good things. And like we are like I another leads of DSC were also saying like be active on Twitter and tweet as much as you can. And Dheeraj and DSC, DSC is also trying to retweet each and every tweets which other peoples and other hackers of our guild do, so that our social media reach also increases and we get more points for MLH.
Yeah. I think right now it's very important for us to get our whole guild to work together because I know that there are a lot of people who just can't finish the challenges in time, and there are people who are finishing the challenges but they're usually doing it solo. So it would be nice if we can just partner up. Like for example, at the very end of the day, before points are due, if you haven't finished a challenge, maybe throw out a message. I've done this a couple times. Like, has anyone, finished this challenge and could add me to their project? I've done this challenge and I'll add you to mine, kind of thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. And as we discussed before, teamwork is the thing. Like you split your work, your challenges into like part of two or part of three. Some challenges this person do, some challenges this person do, and some challenges this person do, so that you get points for all those challenges. So like if you have 12 challenges in your bucket, you can split those challenges into part of 4 4 4 if you are a team of three, so that you only have to do three challenges for in 2 or 3 days, which is a less number of challenges compared to person who is doing it solo. So I guess we all should start doing teamwork and making completing challenges on with teams. That is really a great thing to do.
Yeah, and tomorrow should be the last day of challenges. Actually, today is the last day of challenges. So starting
Okay,
tomorrow would be,
so
Yes,
yeah,
Sora.
hmm,
As today is the last day of challenges, what are the today challenges you
daily
had already
challenges.
completed?
I've actually done most of it. I'm just finishing up turning one of your projects into a non-mainstream language because I'm deciding whether or not to uh, turn one of my projects into, because technically Pascal is not a non-mainstream language, so I could use that, just code something in Pascal or just use some weird language. Like they gave a suggestion of emoji code, but there's many non-mainstream language like Nim or something. Nim, V, ABS, Crystal, Tango. There are a lot of languages. You just write. It says just turn one of your projects into a non-mainstream language. It can just be a random number generator or the encrypt a password in one of those languages, and which shouldn't be too hard. But I'm about to finish. I'm doing it right now.
So, would you like to give some tips for today's daily challenges?
I'd say just keep it simple, and you can and also combine projects. For example, follow a tutorial to build something new and build a project that uses data set. I basically made an app that reads a huge, like a very huge CSV file. So using a very huge data set and just following the tutorial of doing a big query on the big CSV file, but instead of using a database, a direct query on the actual CSV file. because we're always using database. That's really cool. It's really convenient. What if I want privacy? I just want all the data stored locally on my machine and don't want to use the database. That's what I did for both the tutorial and the project that uses dataset one. So it's one project for two challenges.
And any week-long challenges which you think was hardest than the others?
I'm not sure. I'm actually thinking um it could actually be build a working chess game depending on how complicated you want to make it. Because if you just want to make a simple chess game that you can pass the phone back and forth to play, that's simple. But if you want to build like a chess game where there's an actual computer playing against you, that's going to be very complicated.
Okay, so what are the tags or languages you are using in week-long challenges?
I've been using a bunch of things actually. Mainly I've been using Java so I'm making Android apps in Android Studio using Java. But I've done a couple. So for example, I did a I did the build a translator actually not so it's actually wasn't technically a programming language. So for build a translator, I actually used, I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's like the Watson IBM personal assistant thing. There's like there's a couple of like packages you can put on the chatbot. It's like an AI chatbot that also has sentiment analysis and like mood reading and that kind of thing. And there's also translating on it. So it was like a very unique IBM thing. It wasn't technically any programming language. It's like an IBM thing. But yeah, I've mainly been using Java because that's what I mostly use and know.
Okay, so you are saying Java is used in many of the challenges. Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't. They don't really limit you to what challenge you like, what language you have to use for your challenges. I use Java because I'm most familiar with Java. But if you're more familiar with C or Python, like feel free to do the same thing with C or Python.
So had you written any of the blogs as there are challenges for writing blogs?
There's only there's only two blog challenges. One is to
Yes.
one is to actually write about um your experiences. I haven't done that one yet, but there's one where I just write a blog post for dev.2 to whatever. I just made a really simple blog post of, hey, I made a tutorial on YouTube for such and such and such. Um, Here's the guide, and here's the link to YouTube video, and that was it. It doesn't have to be like really like the blog post doesn't have to be complicated. For the dev.to, but the one that has to be long is the one that talks about your experiences in the hacker community. That one probably has to be long. That's why I haven't done that one yet.
So
Yeah,
there
so
is
that is the thing. You can also write a blog about like what have you done in that particular project, of which you are uploading the link. So that would be like an introduction about your project. So that also counts in the challenges. So yes.
yes, so there is a question in the chat from Akshay. Can anyone participating now can top the leaderboard?
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
Can anyone participating now can top the leaderboard?
Um, if you're just starting today, I'd say it's impossible because the people on the top of the leaderboards are earning an average of 20 to 30 points a day. Um, it's so if you want to top the leaderboard if you're just starting today, you're going to have to earn somehow 50 points in one day, and there's not enough challenges for you to actually get 50 points in one day. So that's why it's very
Exactly. So
important to do all of your dailies. every single
Yeah,
day, do all of your dailies. Do not miss a single one. Ask a friend for help or ask someone who's done the project to add you to their project, but never miss a single daily.
because these guys have already performed the like so many dailies of like if a day has 8 daily challenges, so like they have performed 32 daily challenges and they are like 32 points ahead of you, so it would be a bit hard for you to complete like be on top of the leaderboard. But I guess you can be on top 10 if you hustle hard and like try to complete each and every challenges, then fine. Like be more active on social media, post about your MLH experience, get like blogs, upload videos on depot submissions. So I guess by hustling hard, you can at least be on top 10, I would
Yeah,
say. But yeah,
yeah, really, you have to starting from now do every single challenge, do every single weekly, and actually that's assuming um some of the people on top of the leaderboard don't do some of the weeklies because if they also do all the weeklies, then you're not going to be able to catch up with them because they've done the dailies on the days that you weren't participating.
exactly. That is the thing. So
And
any more questions?
would you like to say something about build a gift table project challenge of from weekly challenges?
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that?
Would you like to say something about build a gift table project challenge from weekly challenges?
Oh, build a
Gift table project.
build a oh giftable project, that one. I've actually done that one already. I did it together with the using music API. So I basically made an app where you can gift music anonymously to someone, like send like a song anonymously to someone, and that was my giftable project. But you definitely so I actually say um giftable projects are basically anything useful. So even if you have a really good to-do list app, that could actually be a giftable project because someone probably really needs a very good, to-do list app because they want to keep track of what they're doing and they're busy. So any project, if they're really useful and if you actually add a lot of like different features to it, then anything can be a giftable project.
Okay, so would you like to show something to some challenges or they post submissions or projects from weekly challenges to us by sharing your screen?
I'm actually on my phone right now, and I'm thinking I might have to head off soon because I want to finish all the dailies, and then I'm going to go to bed because it's getting late on my side.
Okay, that's all.
But I can share my GitHub repo, and you guys can definitely feel free to take a look at my GitHub repo. That has all of my previous projects, like my previous hackathon projects, and then stuff I did for this hackathon and that kind of thing.
Okay, it will be great if you share your day post, LinkedIn or GitHub repost link in chat or
Yeah,
Discord.
I'll share that in Discord. So I'll
So
just put it.
there is one more task, a weekly challenge of making build a gaming simulator.
Build a gaming simulator. Just resubmit the tic tac toe thing because tic tac toe, the daily tic tac toe is a game simulator.
Okay, so any more questions from anyone?
I think we can conclude the session. Sora, thank you so much for giving your precious time. It's almost 45 minutes, and we wish you all success and all the best so that you might end up at first position at the end of hacker ranking, and all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sora.
and
So last one question. What are the tips you would like to give us? Because as you know, we are at the top at first, and now we are at second. So what we had to do in this last 2 3 days so that we can top the leaderboard again? Some tips for our hackers and our community too.
Definitely work together to finish do every single weekly challenge possible because there are no more daily challenges starting tomorrow. So definitely finish all your weeklies. If you can't do it alone, which I don't, which a lot of these things you can't do alone, find a team, join a team, and if your team has space and you know there's someone in our guild that doesn't has like hasn't submitted that project yet, reach out to them, add them to the team. Make sure that every person in our guild finishes all the weekend projects and all the week long challenges.
So are you participating in hackathon too?
For the weekend, yes.
Okay. So
I'm
thank.
doing hack the northeast.
Okay.
Cool. I'm also doing Hack the Northeast. Let's see if we can. Do you have a team?
Not yet. I've had a couple people ask, but I'm hesitant to work because for hackathons, I usually work solo because I'm just one of those people who like to code solo than actually like work in a team because I think it's mostly because of the time zone. Because a lot of the times in these hackathons, people are in different time zones. It's very hard to talk and finish your projects in time.
Okay. Cool.
I think we
Uh,
can end this session here.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very nice talking to you, Swara. So as Vinayak said, we hope you be on the first position of our hacker ranks, and we also take back our first position uh, on the guild ranking. So the first position of both hackers and guild will be taken from the members of developer students community.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks,
see ya.
time for coming. Like it's a
Yes.
great hearing
Yep.
from you.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So I guess other people's rather than the code committee can leave this meeting. Yes.